Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Coach's O Show with Mike Oliver. My name's Al Stasch, and we are here to talk about the Chicago Blitz upcoming season starting in March 2015 here in the western suburbs of Chicago, actually Villa Park. Coach, great to see you again.
Great to be back.
Hey, listen, last time we talked about the combine that was going to take place in October, and that has happened. Tell us about what happened.
Well, we had an outstanding group of guys show up, about almost 60 guys, and talent level was extremely high. A lot of times you'll only get maybe 10 or 20 guys out of 60 or so that you can actually work with, and this group proved to be very fruitful as far as athletic ability. So we almost really had a cut down before a cut down just to get to camp. So we're pretty excited about some of the newcomers that will be showing up.
You got good looks at everybody, I know, because of the format that you had. You had not only physical attributes that you went through with weightlifting and running and different things on the field, but also some scrimmages where you actually saw them in action, right?
Yes. We run an NFL-style format, so all the drills that you watch the NFL as far as February goes with their combine, we did the same at ours. And we had the field for about 5 hours, so we got through, we expedited everybody pretty quick as far as all the time drills and position drills. So we decided to give them a little taste of the indoor world as it was, and gave them a little a touch game, more or less. You know, we didn't want anybody flying around, not getting into walls, but we gave them a little taste of the indoor touch game, and they liked it a lot. And we saw, that way you get to see a few of the guys run their routes and how they and how some guys cover receivers and your linemen, their first foot and stuff like that. So
sounds good.
That proved to be pretty good for them.
Sounds good. And I saw in some of the photos that the quarterbacks were wearing red vests so that they didn't get hit too hard.
No, we don't.
And you mentioned indoor football. A couple of guys that were there came from outdoor leagues, right?
Correct. Yes,
college, like the Chaos, etc.
Yeah. Well, we had some semi-pro guys. We had also some invites from other indoor football leagues, and then we had our college athletes. We had a couple of Division I, a couple of Division II guys who were playing semi-pro in the local area who showed up. A couple linemen, 6'6", 6'7" guys, and you can never have too many of those.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially that can move. We had a kind of a potpourri of football players, if you will, locals and semi-pro and college athletes. So.
Well, one of the things I'm sure the outdoor guys realize real quick is the boards.
Yeah. Well, if the
boards,
it goes from football in the farm field to football in a shoebox, and. They have a saying in the indoor league, the walls haven't lost yet, so you really don't want to run into those too many times.
They do win.
The biggest thing is the speed of the game, because it's such a shortened field, and things happen. I mean, things happen pretty quick in the outdoor game, but things happen really quick in the indoor game. That's something for them.
The size of the field and the boards and everything else. Well, this was not the way that you select the team per se. It's just a pass-through. I mean, these guys now are going to come to, if they're invited to, a pre-season pre-camp, right?
Correct.
And when does that happen?
Well, we'll start. We're going to hopefully have. I'm still waiting to hear from the league as far as that goes, but we're going to probably have a mini camp for rookies at the end of January. It'll be like a 4-day mini camp, and then our actual camp for players will start in February.
Okay.
And run through the month of February, and then we'll start our season mid-March, second week in March. This was just the first process of elimination. We take these guys, we bring them to camp, the rookie camp, and we bring them to the player camp, and then we'll have probably one cut down, maybe two.
Okay.
And then we'll, that'll have our finalized roster after that second cut.
And that doesn't necessarily include the returning players, so you got a big group to select good quality players.
Yeah, we'll bring 45 to camp. Okay. The roster is an actual game day roster is 20.
Okay.
You can have 30 with your practice squad total. We're allowed 45 to camp. Even if we have returning players, I mean, it's they still got to earn their job again.
Competitive. That's awesome.
It starts all over.
That's awesome. Now let's talk about the schedule and the teams that are on the schedule with the new league. And the new league is the American Indoor Football League, right? AIF is what it's called. and you've gone to that new league with teams from Cleveland, Buffalo, York, Pennsylvania, Saginaw, Michigan, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, yes. Some major cities.
Yeah.
Some major football towns.
And I know they're glad to have Chicago on the list,
and they're
too.
glad to have Chicago. We're welcome in a lot of places just for the big city, as well as any big city would be, you know.
Right.
Yeah, Cleveland is a very good program. They've been around. Buffalo is another good team. Atlanta Sharks, I believe the coach down there, I believe his son played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's a good man down there, and there's going to be some good competitive football. And, you know, we can't forget our rival, the Saginaw Sting.
Right.
You know, even though Jim and I are really good friends over there, but
Coach Jim from Saginaw.
Yeah, he tries to beat the pants off me, and I do the same to him.
Well, that's good. You're going to play them twice this year.
We're playing back to back. Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about the schedule. You're going to open away at Cleveland against the Cleveland Saints on March 21st, a Saturday. So that'll be the first game that you play in the season. But then you come right back a week later against Buffalo Lightning. What do you know about Buffalo Lightning?
Not too much, actually, so I'm waiting to hear some film on them, but, you know, that's how this goes sometimes, you know, in the beginning. I don't know too much about them. I know they're a decent football team. I don't know if they're going to be one of the powerhouses in the league or not, so we're treating them as they are a powerhouse until we find out more information from them. So.
Score 40 points and figure out what's happening.
That's right, right.
Okay, and then you're going to come right back in April at home against Cleveland, and then Buffalo again. So you're going to play both of those teams twice before you start with the York Capitals in York, Pennsylvania.
Yes. That's our other road trip. Yeah, well, Buffalo and York will be our farthest road trips for the year. What the league has done is there's an Eastern Seaboard pretty much teams, and then there's the Great Lakes teams, and that's kind of mixed into two divisions. That's why we're playing each other twice. So it gives us that flavor of the NFL, that division rivalry, so you play each other twice.
Right, like the Packers, Bears.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you're Saginaw Blitz is the...
That's Chicago Green Bay.
Okay.
Or Chicago Detroit, as the case may be.
Well, Saginaw comes up first at home at your facility on May 2nd. And then that's next week, right back at Saginaw, Michigan, right?
Yeah, just like the Hawks and Red Wings, back to back.
Especially being in Michigan, right?
Yes.
And then finally, the Atlanta Sharks will come to the Odeum here in Chicago at Miller Park, and that will end the regular season for you. So you're going to play 5 games at home, total 10 games, and then the playoffs begin, right?
Correct.
And from this league format, how many of the teams in your division will advance?
I'm not sure exactly if they're going to break it into divisions or keep it in one giant conference.
Okay.
With the number of teams that are in the league. They may just go top 4 teams.
Okay. Overall.
Overall.
Okay.
So there's no doubt that by the time we get into Saginaw part of the schedule, there's going to be playoff implications there without a doubt. So
absolutely.
Those will be 2 big games. And obviously Atlanta will be a big game towards the end. We like the way the schedule's, we like the way it fits. You know, over the past years, sometimes, you know, I've been on the road for the first 3 weeks, and you finish up, and I've been at home for 2, and then on the road for 4, you know, and people kind of forget about you. So this is really evenly spaced. We like it. You know, we kind of take care of business in the beginning, and we have a nice homestand, and really the last 3 out of 4 games are at home for us, so that we feel pretty happy about that.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So fans can get involved with tickets. They'll be coming up online pretty soon. The game times will be announced shortly as far as when those games are. But everything that's on the schedule is a Saturday or Sunday. So we're not talking about school night. We're not talking about
Saturday nights. Yes.
Trying to get there after you get off the train and not able to get there on time. You're going to be able to get there on time as long as you're not working on the weekends.
Absolutely.
But that's the great thing about these games, because everybody can come to them, including the kids. And you got a lot of upcoming events that are going to help get the fans introduced to the team.
Yes.
One coming up December 20th here in Elk Grove.
Yes.
A swap event.
Yes.
And you and 2 other players are going to be there, right?
Correct.
And there's a unique activity at this event, and that is that kids can come and see Santa Claus, which everybody wants to do, especially around December 20th. That's a prime time to talk to Santa Claus, make sure everything's in order.
Sure, you betcha.
And but it's a little bit different, because what you're asked to do is, if you're a child coming to this event, bring a gift, wrapped gift, right? Let's hope it's wrapped, and then give it to Santa Claus. Kind of a reverse Christmas, because that gift will then be taken and given to a child who is in need, that may not have something under the Christmas tree, and God knows we don't want to have that for anybody.
We do not.
So, and not only be able to meet the coach and those 3 players, and maybe more, but also to have a great event for Christmas for your family, a real feel-good event. Then there's other things coming up that we really don't have dates for, but you're going to have a golf outing.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe in the local area, maybe some other facility. I know you've participated in golf outings here in your home community,
Yes.
Villa Park, in the
Great
past, at Sugar Creek. Then a Super Bowl party.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yes, we're hopefully we'll have that out of our sponsor at Crazy Pour. We haven't talked to them yet, but we kind of started an initial conversation with them, and they were open to that.
Great.
And if we can get that done, that'd be a great thing.
Crazy Pour is on North Avenue. We don't know if that's going to be the facility, but if it is, it's on North Avenue in Villa Park, and it's off-track betting as well as a great sports bar. A media day.
Media Day, yes.
I'm interested in that. I'm a media guy.
Yeah, you know, obviously we need the word to get out there.
Right.
You know, the football team itself, you know, the best promotion you can do is play good ball, but you still have to get the brand out there. So
right.
we need you guys. We need you guys
Good.
out there.
Well, I'm going to be there for sure. And you're right. You're already established as a winning team, a winning franchise. 7-3 last year,
Yes,
right? That's new to indoor football here in this area. I think a team a couple years back won 0 and everything. So that's bad, and it kind of dwindles the crowd. So we need you to win. And then the media will do their part, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Training camp, is that going to be, do you know where that's going to be, and if fans are invited, if they can come?
Fans are invited. At this point right now, it'll be Intra Soccer, which is out in Elgin. We were there last year. In fact, we played a couple games there, too, when we weren't able to get the Odeum facility.
Right.
They're good people, and they got it set up. The turf is nice, and they got it set up for us with the goalposts and stuff like that. And it's accessible to the fans that come on in. So it's off of Randall Road in Elgin, and it's called Intra Soccer. And we'll be out there probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe. Last year we ran 3-day week, or 3 days a week our camp, and I think this year I'm just going to do 2. Because I kind of beat the guys up a little bit, and we only did a month last year, so that's why I kind of stuck in an extra day. But if they have a hard Tuesday, some of the guys might be a little sore on Wednesday, so we'll give them that Wednesday off and come back. And if we have two strong days during the week, that'll be fine.
Sounds good. Well, that'd be a good opportunity. It'll be happening in February, March.
Yes, correct.
So, you know, there's not a lot going on with the winter. You can drive out to Elgin and watch the team in training camp, get to meet the players and the coaches.
Absolutely.
And learn about the Chicago Blitz, which is going to be just an awesome opportunity for football here in the western suburbs of Chicago, in Villa Park at the Odeum, starting March 21st, the first game. March 29th, the first home game against Buffalo Lightning. Coach, anything else you want to tell the fans about your team, what to expect? We're going to see
a lot of wins.
A lot of wins.
Come on out and see us.
A lot of wins.
Come out and see us.
And great fan experience. So you've been watching the Coach O Show with Mike Oliver. I'm Al Stasch. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.